going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maria. I wanted to give a little bit of a life update and what it's been post-show and all that jazz. As you guys know, 2020 was a year where everyone was adapting to new things. Things getting canceled, weddings, events, everything was closing, and honestly we were just stuck at home. And probably it was the toughest year for me to follow through with the competition, but hey, we did it. And now we're here. Now we're getting back to a normal life, quote unquote, getting back to balance. And I say balance, quote unquote, too, because it's been tough to find balance. Last year, it was my leanest ever physique I've ever achieved. And to be honest, I felt like a little boy, I'm not gonna lie, because I was 104 pounds on stage. Yes, I'm 5'2", I'm very tiny. Most people are like, you are really tiny in person, and I truly am. However, right now I'm 124 pounds, obviously 20 pounds heavier. It doesn't really get any easier as you add pounds. And I'm gonna say I did make a huge mistake. I kind of went into like a binge. I don't want to say binge, but I was really eating a lot of food, and basically I screwed myself over, because then I started adding pounds by the weeks, and yeah, now we're here. I am actually happy of how my body distribution is right now, like my body composition, I should say. It's not that it has gone to my stomach. You know how some people are just like completely just in the stomach area. Mine has gone, it has kind of like distributed evenly everywhere. And I have a booty back again. I feel more like a woman. I have curves and blah, 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 blah. And I'm still trying to adapt to this body. Now, at first I was reintroducing so many foods without gradually doing it. That's why it's so important to reverse diet. However, here's a real challenge. Prep is hard and all, but freaking off season is where you really challenge yourself, because you no longer have a show to be like, okay, I need to prep for this show, I need to make this deadline. Now you're free for all, so it's up to you. So if you're really disciplined and responsible and you care about your body, you will reverse diet properly. Now, I don't want to say that I don't respect my body, but I did have a hard time sticking to a plan again, because I just felt exhausted. I just felt exhausted of following a plan, eating like very restricted, and just working out was still like something I enjoyed. However, recently has been feeling like a chore more than something I really enjoy. So I'm kind of listening to my body, and I'm really just trying to take it day by day, because like I said, mentally it has been so draining to have to focus on my body so much, because I know there's more to me than just my body, but unfortunately that's what I got myself into, and I knew this was coming. And honestly, I think there's other areas of my life where I'm struggling with in terms of like mental health, and I think it just, everything kind of becomes like a snowball, and like life throws it at you and then it hits you right in the face kind of thing. So I've been trying to deal with that. My life is great and all, I'm so happy with it, but obviously we all struggle with things, you know. Life is not perfect. We are not perfect. And as much as I wanted to be that athlete that just was like, okay, we're following a plan, it doesn't faze me, I have control over food, I have control over my actions, it just didn't work out like that. And I'm gonna say it like it is. I felt mentally weak. I still do. And I tend to compare myself to other people. I'm like, well, this person is following a plan. Why can't I do it? Why am I so weak? Why can't I do it? Like, I went through hell during prep in order to achieve what I did, and I did it. Why can't I do this? So to me, that was upsetting, because I've done hard things. Why can't I just stick to the plan like I was before? So it's been a roller coaster of emotions. Obviously, as your hormones get back to normal too, you get your period back, a lot of emotions, hormonal, things start to happen all around your head, and like your body starts to show, obviously, like it just looks different, and honestly your clothes start to fit like different too, like very like tight, and you're like, well, here it goes, here we're adding pounds by the weeks. And sometimes I'm just like, I just miss the days where I had no worries about how I looked. And like I said, it's just an industry I decided to be a part of, and it is what it is. So nonetheless, if you're struggling and you're not a competitor and you want to be a competitor and you think that competing is going to make you fit and healthy and confident, forget it. Do not do it, because you can go like down a rabbit hole where you're gonna find yourself like stuck, like you can't get out of it, because that's not how you solve it. Competing is probably one of the most extreme things I've done, and it's very challenging mentally and physically. Mentally mostly because I feel like your body can push through anything if your mind really is set to do it. But if your mentality is weak and you have body image issues as is without competing, I strongly suggest, do not compete. I do not suggest, I command you to not compete, because it'll just lead to even more damage. If you have eating disorders too, unfortunately, like your relationship with food becomes kind of negative at first. And like I said, it all depends on your mentality, but it can really take a toll on how you feel about food. And especially if you've been in a very strict meal plan. I know a lot of people do if it fits your macros, because there's a lot more flexibility and you're like, well, this is bearable. And like, honestly, it is, but it isn't. For some people it works, and like, it is what it is. If it works for you, do it. But for me, it just doesn't work. Meal plans are a lot more structured. You can keep a lot of control of the foods that digest well, that you kind of like look good eating, because food does tend to make you look a certain way. So yeah, the quality of that you put in your body will also affect your recovery, your progress, and everything. My dog is having a moment. We had a snow day today, and she sees the dogs playing outside, so she wants to join them. So anyway, I lost my train of thought, but basically, yes, food, you are what you eat. And the meal plan just works for me. However, you are very limited to what you eat. As you get closer to the show, things get a lot more strict, and honestly, you focus so much on macros that you kind of neglect the micronutrient part of it. And that's why, to me, it was so important to supplement with like Vita HD and fish oils and collagen, and those were things I never stopped taking during prep, as well as inflammation. Obviously, Vita HD has anti-inflammatory ingredients, which are things that you are experiencing a lot because your body is going through so much stress. So it is important that you know what you're putting in your body and why you're lacking. So right now, I'm mostly focused on, I have a lot more control over food, and to me, that feels like a huge victory. Now I need to have control over the way I feel about my body when I look at myself in the mirror, or when I see my clothes fit in differently. And to be completely honest, it is not something I'm proud of to say that I feel like I look like shit. And honestly, I've called myself fat so many freaking times. And then to me, it's just like, if I talk to myself in a negative way, that's just how I'm gonna look at myself. So I just look healthy and normal now, not like a freaking lean skeleton walking around barely with energy and dreading just everything I was doing. I'm so full of life, full of energy now. I do get moody sometimes. Like I said, I have my good days, my bad days, and I feel like obviously we all do it, whether you compete or not. But this is just the way I've been feeling, and right now I just want to focus on, like I said, bringing my health back. Even though I did a blood test and everything, I'm very, very healthy. Everything looks perfect, and I'm just ready for an off season and to really have a structure and just keep my control over food to a point where it's like I have a good relationship with food. I don't want to feel negative towards junk or towards like bread, because like, you know what I mean, like it's just, you create all these thoughts in your head. You're like, well, I can't have bread because this much, like it just has too many carbs, or like it doesn't digest well. Like, yes, things like that you have to take account for, but I need to stop demonizing certain foods because I feel like I'm gonna get fat from them. And to be honest, I'm a coach, and this is what I tell my clients all the time. You need to look at things, look at food in a way that it's nourishing, but you're not really attaching emotions to food. And I think that's what I was doing. Obviously, we all find comfort in food because food is freaking delicious, especially the bad food. But it gets to a point where you need to stop, because you need to really like come to terms, like, am I really doing this to my body, the one body I get? So take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. And honestly, I don't know if I'm going on a tangent here, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of where I'm at right now. It has not been easy, and honestly, we all go through it. I'm still a very like rookie competitor. I'm still an amateur. I've only done 5 shows, and I still have a lot more to learn. But I think every prep teaches me something about myself. Areas where I need to work the most, areas where I didn't know I had it in me. And it is like that. I think it applies to everything in life. And right now, like I said, I probably won't, like, I don't have any shows in mind. No interest in competing as of now this year. It's probably going to be by the end of the year. Just want to give myself enough time to grow, because that's where I'm lacking right now. I'm lacking size. That was my feedback from the judges. Basically just need size, and that's what we're gonna do. So like I said, I'm here for a long term. I'm not here for a quick win and that's it. I never want to turn pro if I'm not ready to compete against the pro, and however long that takes, it will take. Competing is really expensive. It's really taxing in many areas of your life, your relationships with people, your relationships with your partner, with work, your performance in like when it comes to work. It all takes a little bit of a decrease, you know what I mean? You can't level up during prep. You can only level up because you're so focused on yourself, and that's the only area you can work on. So there are so many areas of my life that I want to focus on right now, and it's competing. Yes, it's part of it, but to get better in order to compete, and obviously to grow as a person in my relationships, and personally, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, professionally. I'm just trying to get back to that balance, get back to normal life, and just enjoy life like any other person, you know, making the most out of it and living every day like it was your last, because we never know. I don't want to get all dark here, because somehow I always end up talking about that. But anyway, I have plans to actually start getting therapy. I'm gonna go see a psychologist, and that is something that we need to normalize. It is okay to get help. It is okay to get therapy. And if you're in need and you're debating about it, I suggest you start doing your research and go to a licensed professional who's gonna help you kind of dissect the things that are in the back burner of your head and is really kind of affecting you, how you interact with people or interact with yourself, your feelings towards yourself. And that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, those are the plans for now. And I'm also doing something for myself this year, and obviously I'm probably gonna share it with you guys, but I don't feel ready to talk about it. But yes, there's something I'm gonna do this year that's I've been wanting for so long, and I hope you guys obviously support me. And honestly, I'm doing this for nobody else but myself, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's coming up real soon, and I'm probably gonna share the entire journey with you guys. But anyway, that is the life update for now, and I just felt like sitting down and talking to you guys because it's been so long. and I feel like I never want to force content out there and put it out there if I don't feel ready or if you feel forced. And I feel like my last YouTube video, which I did Olympia part 1, I couldn't finish part 2. I was in a very bad place towards myself when it came to looking at the old footage when I was so lean, that I was like, I don't want to edit that footage, I want to forget about it. And honestly, I just didn't feel okay to put something I felt so negatively about. I don't know if I'm being too dramatic or emotional about it, but that's how I felt about it. That's why there's no part 2 to Olympia. But if you want to see what the outcome at the Olympia was, you can always follow me on Instagram. It is Maria Carvajal Fitness. And that's it, guys. I will see you in the next one. I hope you like this video, and if you have any questions, or if you're competing and you're not sure, or like whatever it may be, you can ask, you can DM me. I'm here. I'm an open book to a certain extent. Anyway, don't judge a book by its cover, just a little reminder, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching and for being here, and for all the support that you guys give me. Every comment, every single like that you guys throw out there, it doesn't go unnoticed. But nonetheless, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.